right, let's start this review. Let me zoom in a little bit. I need you to be prepared to answer simple questions and complex questions. Sorry, I don't know why it's so blurry here. Okay. So whenever I see 1,000, I think 10 to the third, then to the 1/3, bye-bye, 10 to the first is 10. Okay, so 100 is 10 squared to the 5 halves, bye-bye, 10 to the 5th is a 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, since it's square rooted, plus or minus. Okay. Next one, this is 10 cubed squared to the 1/3. If you want to write it a different way, that's fine. I just was taking each one. So there's the cube, there's the squared, there's the 1/3, bye-bye. 10 squared is 100. It's a cube root, so no plus or minus. This is 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4. To the 1/4, bye-bye. 10 to the first is 10, 4th root, plus or minus. Okay? So you might, let's say you had a multiple choice question that said, which one of these is equal to 10? Even though these are both plus or minus, I would say A and D. Which one is equal to 100? It would just be C. Okay. All right, let me zoom back in here, go to the next one. All right, for some of you, you can just do piles. Others of you, you can do exponential form. I don't care what works. For you, works for me. Piles of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then -1, -1, -1, -1, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because an odd number of negatives stay negative. So it looks like we have 2 on top and -x squared on the bottom. But of course that's ugly, so it's -2x squared. Okay? If you want to do this in exponential form, which is great, 2 to the 5th to the 1/5, and then -1 to the 5th, x to the 10th to the 1/5, and that gives you the same thing. Okay? Not sure why it's so blurry today. So multiply with exponents means add. So there's really 19 of them. If you're going to, do your piles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So you'll end up with x to the 4th root, plus or minus, 3 left over. If you're going to do it in exponential form, you're going x to the 16th, x cubed, to the 1/4. 16 and 4 gives you 4. All right, the cube root of 125 could also be written as 125 to the 1/3, which could also be written as 5/3 cube root, which can also be written as 5 cubed to the 1/3, which is also 5. Okay, maybe I'll give you a bonus for extra ways. All right. I need to prove whether it's true or false. Technically, I could cheat and go into my calculator, but I need to prove either equality or inequality. So since this is base 2, I'm going to make this base 2. So 2 to the 4th to the 9th to the 1/3. Some of you would not do that many parentheses. I don't care. Whatever. That's cubed. That would be 2 to the 12th equals 2 to the 10th, and that's false. I'm showing the bases are the same, but the exponents are different. That's why it's false. All right. I see an 8 and a 4. I can't turn a 4 into an 8, and I can't turn an 8 to a 4. But if I give them both base 2, then I could. 8 is 2 cubed to the 1/3, which is 2 to the 1st, which is 2. Okay. And this is 2 squared to the 1/2, which is 2 to the 1st, which is 2. Technically, this is plus or minus, and this isn't. But they're equal, so I'll say it's true. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next one. A lot of them are base 2. So this is 2 cubed to the 1/2, which is 2 to the 3/2, and this is 2 to the 5/3. Those are not equal. It's false. All right. They wanted the answer in exponential form, so 20 to the 30th to the 1/10. I goes in 3 times. And they said they want the answer in exponential form. So if they want it in exponential form, you're done. But if you want to multiply it out, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8 with 3 zeros. Okay? But if it says this is what they want, that's as far as you got to go. I want the answer in rad form. So negative 216 is negative 6 cubed to the 2/3. Negative 6 squared, keep it in parentheses, is 36. It's an odd root, no plus or minus. Okay. This one, I have x's on top and x's on bottom. I have 13 on top, 5 on bottom, so I have 8 more on top. Now I do my piles of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So I end up with x. Actually, you know what? This is not going to be right. So if you write that down, you'll only lose a point. Okay? But technically, this is x squared to the 1/6, which is x to the 1/3, which simplified is x. Okay? So you want to be careful of that. If you were to do this in exponential form, let me show you. You would go x to the 6, x squared to the 1/6. And if you look, there's x to the 1st. And that would simplify to x to the 1/3. So it's more clear in that one. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Go to the next one. So I need to simplify it. So I do my tree, 249, 7, 7, double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2. So I circled a 7, 5 A's, 2 B's. Oh, but I got that negative 11 in there. So that should actually be negative 77 because I have to go 7 times negative 11. And I'm left with a 2, a B, and a C. Okay, no plus or minus because it's negative. And of course you can write the answer in exponential form. That would be great as well. Sorry. I don't know why it's doing this. Ah, there we go. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm looking for piles of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 2, 3 x's, 5 y's, cube root of 2 times 2, which is 4, y squared. Okay. Now, in exponential form, I think it's actually easier. So that would be 2 cubed, 2 squared, x to the 9th, y 15, y 2, all to the 1/3. If you look, that cancels. If you look, that cancels. If you look, that cancels. That's left over in there. Okay? But this is your answer. All right, next one. Looks like we're dealing with fractions. Let's deal with the x's first. So that would be x to the negative 3. But then when you move it downstairs, it turns positive. Okay? I have 7/3 plus 1, which is 7/3 plus 3/3, which is 10/3. So it's just y to the 10/3. Okay? Nothing had to move. All right, last one on the bottom. I got a 10 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X to the 15th. To the 3/5. By 3. So that would be 10 cubed. And x to the 9th. 10 cubed is a 1 with 3 zeros. X to the 9th. Odd root. No plus or minus. Okay. All right. I think I will do the next video on the second page.